The moon has fascinated humans for thousands of years. From its creation to the impact it has on Earth and ongoing exploration efforts, the moon has played a significant role in human history and continues to shape our understanding of the universe. The moon is believed to have formed around 4.5 billion years ago, shortly after the formation of the solar system. The most widely accepted theory for the moon's origin is the giant impact hypothesis. According to this theory, a Mars-sized body named Theia collided with the early Earth, throwing debris into orbit that eventually coalesced to form the moon. Another theory is that the moon was formed from a cloud of material that surrounded the Earth in the early stages of its formation. The moon is approximately 1/4 the size of Earth and is the 5th largest natural satellite in the solar system. Its surface has a heavily cratered texture, with craters ranging in size from a few meters to over 1,500 kilometers in diameter, and it has a weak atmosphere composed mostly of helium and neon. The surface of the moon is also characterized by mountains, which are actually large volcanic eruptions that occurred millions of years ago. The highest point on the moon is Montes Pyrenees, standing at a height of 18,511 feet, 5,642 meters, above the surface, and the deepest known point on the moon is the Rama Ariadnes, a canyon stretching more than 1,600 miles, 2,600 kilometers, across the surface. The temperature on the moon's surface can reach up to 120 degrees Celsius during the day, and can drop to minus 173 degrees Celsius at night. The moon has played a significant role in human history and culture. Many ancient civilizations, such as the Greeks, Romans, and Chinese, had myths and legends about the moon. The moon was also used as a method of keeping time, with early calendars based on the lunar cycle. The full moon has long been associated with various beliefs and superstitions, particularly among ancient cultures. The full moon was seen as a time of heightened spiritual power. Many religious rituals were timed to coincide with the full moon, as it was believed that the spiritual realm was more accessible during this time. One of the most enduring legends associated with the full moon is the belief in werewolves. The idea that people can transform into wolves during the full moon has been present in many cultures for centuries, but has become particularly associated with European folklore. This belief is thought to have originated from the observation of human behavior during the full moon. The moon has a significant impact on Earth. Its gravitational pull is responsible for the tides, which can affect ocean currents and coastal erosion. The moon also has a stabilizing effect on Earth's rotation, slowing it down over time. The moon's gravity also plays a role in stabilizing the tilt of Earth's axis, which helps to regulate the Earth's climate. The Cold War led to a race to the moon between the United States and the Soviet Union. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, into orbit. The United States, which had been caught off guard by the Soviet achievement, quickly began to develop its own space program with the goal of catching up and surpassing the Soviet Union. NASA's goal was to put a man on the moon before the end of the decade, as a way to demonstrate American technological superiority and to beat the Soviet Union in the space race. To achieve this goal, NASA initiated several projects including the Mercury program, which aimed to put a man in orbit around Earth, and the Gemini program, which aimed to develop the technology needed for a manned lunar landing. In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth, which put the Soviet Union ahead in the race to the moon. However, in 1962, NASA astronaut John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth, narrowing the gap between the two nations. On July 20, 1969, NASA's Apollo 11 mission successfully landed astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin on the surface of the Moon. Armstrong famously declared, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," as he became the first human to set foot on another celestial body. This achievement marked a turning point in the space race and a significant victory for the United States. The Apollo program continued with 5 more successful manned missions, the last one being Apollo 17 in December 1972. The race to the Moon was a significant event in human history. It marked a new milestone in human history and a turning point in the space race. It brought the world together and inspired a generation of young people to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields. The Apollo program will always be remembered as one of humanity's greatest achievements. After the Apollo missions, there was a lull in lunar exploration, as focus shifted towards other goals, like the Space Shuttle program. However, in recent years, there has been renewed interest in the Moon. NASA has plans for the Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2024 and establish a sustainable presence on the lunar surface. The Artemis program aims to establish a sustainable presence on the lunar surface, which will allow for the long-term study of the Moon and its resources. NASA plans to use the lunar surface as a jumping-off point for future missions to Mars and other celestial bodies. Other countries, such as China, Russia, and India, also have plans for lunar missions, as the Moon is seen as a valuable source of resources and a potential location for future scientific research and even colonization. In addition, private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin have announced plans for lunar tourism and potential mining operations on the lunar surface. The Moon is more than just a celestial object in the night sky. It has played a vital role in human history and continues to shape our understanding of the universe. As we continue to study the Moon, we will gain a better understanding of not only our own planet, but also the universe as a whole. The Moon holds secrets that are yet to be uncovered, and future missions will bring us closer to unraveling them. As you look up at the Moon in the night sky, we hope that you will remember the incredible history and ongoing efforts of lunar exploration. The next time you gaze at the Moon, imagine the possibilities of what we might discover in the future. The Moon holds many secrets yet to be uncovered, and it's an exciting thought that one day, humanity may call the Moon our second home. Let's continue to look up and be inspired by the beauty and mystery of the Moon. Thank you for watching.